Hello, my name is Carson Davis, and in this informative speech today, I will be discussing how to properly make a chicken roulade. Now, today I was going to have an actual chicken so that I could demonstrate it with objects, and so I'm a very visual learner, and I assume that a lot of people are, but unfortunately, my father and my mother didn't realize that I had bought the chicken, so they ate it for dinner, but here we are. So I will be explaining it to you the best that I can. Now, the first thing that you do whenever you make a chicken roulade or whenever you're about to cook anything that requires the oven is you preheat your oven. You're going to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's preheating, you're going to mix together what my favorite mixture for a roulade stuffing is spinach and peppers. So what you're going to do is you're going to get spinach, red peppers, breadcrumbs, Parmesan, smoked paprika, a little bit of salt, and some pepper, and you're going to put it all in a bowl and mix it together and then set aside. Next, you're going to get your chicken cutlet, or a chicken breast, and what you're going to do is you're going to butterfly the chicken. And what that means is you're going to cut it, you're going to take the chicken breast, turn it on its side, cut it down, but don't cut all the way through. Lay that down, cut two other sides so that it's laid flat. And then what you're going to do is it'll look like a book, like that it's flattened like a book. And then you're going to put two pieces of plastic wrap on top of the chicken and on the bottom of the chicken. And what I like to do is I like to spray water on the pieces of plastic wrap that's on top, that's touching the chicken, so that it spreads out more. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a meat mallet with a little less than, and beat it a little less than 1/2 inch thick. And when you do beat it, you take the mallet, you put it down on your chicken, and then you brush away so that you're actually making it spreading out instead of just beating in one hole into the chicken. That would be very bad. So you're gonna hit it and then spread away. Next, you're going to get the spinach mixture and you're divide it into 4 portions and place each portion in the center of your chicken breast. And you're going to roll it up and then until it's tight around the filling. And then you're going to secure it with kitchen twine. You're going to sprinkle it all over with salt and pepper, and then you're going to heat it in a large, you're going to heat in a large oven-safe skillet over medium-high heat. You want it really hot, but not so hot that it just instantly burns the pot. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the oil. I like using olive oil because olive oil has a higher smoking point, and also it adds a lot of flavor to anything that you're cooking rather than vegetable oil. Avocado oil is actually very good for adding flavor to any meat or anything that you're cooking. And vegetable oil has more, it's good for frying because it has more of a bland taste. But if you want a deeper, richer flavor to anything that you cook, always go with olive oil, extra virgin. So you're going to heat up the oil, and then you're going to put the rolls of chicken. We'll say that we're only doing one breast. Your chicken breast, and you're going to put it in the oil, and you're going to rotate it on each side until each side has a little bit of a golden brown sear on all sides of it. Now why you need to sear this is because searing promotes flavor. It's the same way with a steak. If you're making a steak, if you sear it before putting it in the oven, it's going to have a much deeper, richer flavor whenever you're biting into it, as opposed to if we had just put these into the oven, it would be moist, but it wouldn't have the flavor that only searing brings. So whenever you put the roulade on each side, you're going to sear each side until it's a golden brown, which takes about 5 to 6 minutes on each side to get it to that golden brown. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the skillet that you were searing it in, and then you're going to put it in the oven, and then you're going to cook it until the center of the chicken registers to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, for chicken, it's about 6 to 8 minutes. So it really doesn't take that long. And then you're going to transfer the roll-ups to a cutting board. Now what you're going to do, this is very, very important. Do not touch the chicken instantly. Just don't touch it. Set it on a cutting board, cover it loosely with tinfoil, and leave it. Just walk away. Just walk away for about 15-20 minutes. What this does is it lets the meat rest and allows for all those flavors and all that moisture to really soak into the meat. And so that when, if you take meat out and just instantly cut into it, that just loses all of its moisture, and the chicken or any meat for that, it just goes dry. So it's very important to, every time you take out a piece of meat from cooking, you let it just sit, covered with tinfoil to keep it warm for about 15 to 20 minutes. So after that 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to, during those 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to return to your skillet that you cooked the chicken in, and it's going to be very hot, so be careful. Add shallots, which is a type of onion, to the you're going to cut them and add them to the skillet, and you're going to cook until they're fairly translucent and softened, and you're going to stir it. And then you're going to add chicken broth, and you're going to boil that with the shallots until it's reduced, which will take about 3 minutes. And then you're going to turn off the heat, and then you're going to whisk in some butter, and then you're going to season it with salt and pepper. And this will be a really good little sauce to put over top of your roulade. And then whenever you're done with the sauce, you'll take off the foil off of your chicken, and you're going to set it on a plate, and you'll cut away the twine that's holding it together, and then you'll slice it, and you'll pour the sauce over it, and then sprinkle it with parsley. It's a very, very simple dish that if you cook it for anybody, it looks like you've slaved all day doing it. But it's really just so simple, and it looks so elegant, and it's just so easy to make. So, thank you so much.